New at 6, we may no longer need to adjust our clocks twice a year as efforts in Congress sprang forward on that issue today. The House passed a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent nationwide. This legislation, known as the Sunshine Protection Act, passed with wide bipartisan support. It would put the United States on the time currently observed from March to November, unless a state exempted itself before the act took effect. President Donald Trump has publicly pushed Congress to pass this legislation. The bill now heads to the Senate for consideration.